Thought I'd show you real quick process I use to clean up these chassis, and it changes all the time when I find something better, easier, or whatever. But usually what I do is I start out with some Brasso, because of the amount of dirt and corrosion that's on this. I'll use some of these 3M pads. I cut them in strips, small strips like that. Makes it a little bit easier to get in between things. Once I do my initial Brasso and get as much crud off as I can, I finish up with the Mother's Mag and aluminum polish. It gives it a little bit better shine. For convenience, I use some of these gloves. You can get them at Harbor Freight or Menards, or anywhere. Just makes a little bit easier cleanup on our part. So let's pick this up real good. Squirt a little bit of this on the pad. Go at it here a little bit. And let me grab some towels to wipe it off. So we're starting to see what it'll look like underneath. It just takes an awful lot of elbow grease. So I'll continue on this, and then we're once we get that done, I'll show you what it looks like after we get looks like as I apply the mag and aluminum polish. Well, here we are after about 5 to 6 hours worth of work on the chassis. Essentially what I did is cut these Scotch-Brite pads into strips, ran through it twice with Brasso to cut the top, or the top amount of dirt or grease or whatever it was, and then I used, after that, did a couple of coats of Mother's Mag and aluminum polish on it to shine it up like this. It's not perfect. There's what I like to call rust scars on it. I think I got most of the rust off, or as much as I could, and I just, it's just not going to be able to get the rest of the rust spots off. But I still like doing this and preserving the chassis as much as possible rather than painting it. Sometimes you don't have a choice. You just have to or take it out and media blast it and paint it, and it looks pretty good. It just doesn't look as good as this does. You can see, I mean, we got it cleaned up enough that you can see the tube types around the sockets. Got the front, back, and sides cleaned up really well. You probably can't see those rust scars as well on the video, but they are there. However, once I get all the tubes in, get everything back on it, get the variable capacitor back on it, you know, it's going to be hidden a little bit. I took one of the IF transformers apart and started doing a little polishing on it. I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to drop this into the ultrasonic cleaner and see if I can't cut through that surface layer or whatever this is first, and then try to polish it up. Hopefully that'll save a little bit of time that way. This is the variable capacitor after it's been run through the ultrasonic cleaner about 10 or 12 times. Got some fins on here I got to straighten up. Didn't quite clean it up as well as I'd like it to, so I'm going to go ahead and try to polish this stuff up a little bit more, get the brass polished up a little bit more, and then it should be ready to go back on. Normally what I do at this stage is I'll go ahead and get everything back on, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and do the underside work first, since I've got one of the large chassis cradles, but when I set up my new bench here I didn't anticipate how big the large one is. And so I can't fit it up here. I got to figure out some way of doing that, and I really rather work on it on the bench than having to drag stuff to it and everything. One of the other things that I've been doing here is been using a dental pick. I believe I picked these up at Harbor Freight, going in and getting the gunk and the actually the brasso and the mother's polish out of there. You can do that, or if you don't have those, you can use a small screwdriver, but the picks seem to do a better job. I'll pull these screws out here that I've got in here and drop those in the ultrasonic cleaner. They hold the backs, or this side of the bracket with the coils on it. So I'll go ahead and pull those out and clean those up a little bit, and then I'll use some pipe cleaners and some contact cleaner and go through and clean all the tube sockets out. And that's about it right now. The inside of the coils, one thing I'm gonna have to do is probably remake these. They go like this, and every one of these older, or these bigger types that I've ever taken apart, these have dried out and cracked, so I have to remake those. And then these mica caps look pretty grungy, so I'll spray some contact cleaner on them and clean those up a little bit. Other than that, I've only opened one, but it looks like it's in pretty good shape, so I think we're okay there. So obviously our take this the clamshell off of this, take it out, media blast it, repaint it black. I don't know if it was originally black or not, but that's what it's going to get. Repaint that black, put that back on, and then we'll move from there. So thought I'd give you a quick before and after picture so you can see the project that was, or progress that was made, and considerable if you ask me. I think we're done for now. Until the next episode, this is WD0DXD signing off.